Hello everyone, today I want to talk about soulmates and 6 ways to know if your mate is a soulmate. Hello everyone, today I want to talk about the mystical, incredible thing which is soulmates. We're going to dive into it a little bit deeper, and as always I'm going to begin with a quote on the subject, and that quote is: "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind I was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along." Rumi. What a great quote. And soulmates and love and loving yourself and therefore being able to love others unconditionally is such an important part of our growth as human beings. And I know personally for me, this is best illustrated in a beautiful story, which is the Norse, the Viking wedding ceremony. So I'll tell you this cool story. So Odin, who was the sky god, this is obviously there's not a lot of science here, this is more an interpretation of love, was a god who lived in Valhalla, and he lived there with Loki and all his mates and all the gods, and they looked like we did. They had 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head, and they were rocking around, and as gods do, they were playing jokes on each other, fighting, getting into wars, and they would look down on Earth, and on Earth they had these individuals who, like gods, had a soul, but they had 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs, and they were considered laughable by the gods, and the gods really looked down on them as being much less than. And as the gods were warring one day Loki went up to Odin and said in his ear, and Loki was a bit of a prankster, liked to wind people up. He said, "Odin, look down at those scum humans. Look how happy they are. Look how much they enjoy their planet. Look how well they get along. They always have someone to talk to. They always have that second head. They always feel connected. But look at us, we're always fighting, we're always at war, we get lonely, we get sad. Why is that, Odin? Why should the gods get lonely and sad? Yet these scumbag humans have it all." And that Odin became enraged by Loki's jibber jabber in his ear, and he grabbed the lightning bolt and began to split all the humans into 2. And then he blew with his great breath and flung them across the world. And that was the Viking understanding of why you can find people all across the world, because Odin blew them there. But the cool thing is that when you got married in a Norse or Viking situation, the idea of putting the ring on someone's finger was to indicate that you had reconnected with that other part of you that had been split by Odin all those thousands, millions of years ago, and were reconnecting that soul to be together. Very beautiful story, and really shows an insight to the way we see how 2 people should be together. So how do we know if someone's the one? Well, number 1, soulmates occupy an important space and time. Okay, space and time. Soulmates aren't always forever. They can be a limited time addition, and it's important to know that, because quite often we go, that person couldn't be my soulmate because we're only together for a few years. But time and space, at the right time and right space. Same man can't step into the same river twice. That old saying is that you're always a new person. So what might be a soulmate now might not be a soulmate in the future. And we all know that we've met people in our lives. I think Rihanna said we found love in a hopeless place from that song, and that's a classic example as well, is that soulmates will come at the right time in the right place. Number 2, know you must be your own soulmate first. You cannot love unconditionally expecting love back, because it creates all sorts of problems. If you love yourself first, you can love unconditionally, and then they can never make you angry, because whatever the response is, you're okay with. And that's how soulmates are created, is by someone knowing that their soulmate is them to begin with. 3, love the one you have. There's no reason why the person in front of you can't be your soulmate. What lens are you looking through? What sunglasses are you looking through? I've heard it said that when you love someone deeply, as if they were perfect, they begin to become perfect. Isn't that true? Like, yourself with your partner, if they're on your case, if they're harassing you, you start, not putting your best foot forward. And it's like a self-perpetuating prophecy. But when someone treats you like you're amazing, you start picking up your self-esteem, you start acting amazing, therefore it makes sense that they're treating you amazing. Number 4, soulmates force growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. And the idea of another person coming into your life is about growth. It's not about comfort and security, which we default to. Most relationships settled on comfort and security end horribly. But most relationships developed on growth last longer and are much more fruitful. Number 5, The teacher may leave when the student is ready. This is another thing. Soulmates may leave your life, but they'll leave an indelible impression and will have grown you. I know in my life I've had some incredible women come into my life, and they're no longer in my life, but what they've left is so powerful, and I'm so appreciative for it. Number 6, they are the one, but only if you understand what one means. So this is important to understand. The idea of being one with someone is a small glimpse into what it means for us to be one with the universe. There is no disconnection. The person you look into your eyes and you feel total connection with, you look into their eyes like they're you. They are you, they really are. And knowing that, you should expand that understanding to other people. And whilst you'll have a romantic relationship with this individual, it doesn't mean you have to have multiple romantic relationships, but when you look at that person and see them as you, use that skill with other people and you'll find much more compassion, love and understanding come into your life. I want to end with a quote here, and that quote is, "He felt now that he was not simply close to her, but that he did not know where he ended and where she began." Leo Tolstoy. This is about the connection, the union. There's a reason why there's a divine masculine and a divine feminine, and when they come together they create children or create new life. It's because it's mystical and beautiful. Keep your eye out for your soulmate, because it might very well, you might already have it. And it might be you, and it could already be the person you're with. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.